Hello there people, my name's Amanamaz and I just saw Shazam Fury of the Gods. If you didn't know, it's the sequel to the 2019 Shazam film that stars Zachary Levi, which I love by the way. It was just something different, seeing a kid get powers and trying to act beyond his years to handle responsibility of said powers. This film, however, was very generic. Don't get me wrong, it was fun and I enjoyed it, but it feels like a run-of-the-mill comic book movie. Like, there's no consequences, it's full of quips and comedy. Like, there's even a generic CGI army fight at the end. The villains weren't that interesting either. They didn't look cool, or they didn't have that cool, complex motivation that a lot of good villains have these days. So yeah, they're pretty forgettable in the end. But to be fair, Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu were great. You can tell they had fun with it. Zachary Levi is really good as Shazam. In fact, the entire cast was really good. They got great chemistry with one another and it feels like an actual family. However, they spend more time in their superhero form, and I think it would have been better if they were still kids to see the contrast of it. Maybe it would have been more relatable as well, especially when they're figuring it all out, but that's just a minor nitpick. Though Mary is the same actress when she's normal and when she's superpowered. So like, how do people not notice? They're in the news often and people do see them. They even make a point that the newspaper they're in is read a lot. It's not just random strangers too, even their parents didn't notice. Yeah, physically she's more buff, but the face is still the same. Like, even Superman does a better job at hiding his identity when he puts on the fucking glasses. Sorry, I feel like I shit on this movie too much. It's good. Well, I mean, it's fine. The action was fun and it was nice seeing different powers compared to the usual. Mainly from the villains anyway. The comedy, I think, was well done in my opinion. They didn't overdo it and the jokes fitted each character. I even laughed out loud for some of them. Also, the film felt like it was in a shared universe but didn't rely on it, which I liked. For example, every Marvel film now, it feels like you have to watch every movie and every show before that, and it feels like homework. And I fucking hate homework. So it was nice and it felt refreshing that Easter eggs weren't everywhere and not hammering it into your face to advertise the next movie. I won't go into spoilers, but there's a really big cameo. But I think the big character detracts from the film because it almost fixes everything immediately and out the blue, almost to the point where it feels too cheesy. Also, as DC is wiping the slate clean, it feels like it was for nothing. So it does feel a bit harder to get attached to it. Another thing, I need to call the FBI because there's a romance angle, but one character is 17 and the other is 6,000 years old. So I'm snitching on nonces here. Overall, I promise the film is alright, it's just fine. I might have focused on the negatives a bit too much, but there's more to talk about. Is it fun and kills time? Yeah. Is it an urgent watch? No. In fact, maybe wait until streaming, or if you have an unlimited card, then check it out. If I had to give it a rating, it would probably be a 6 or 6.5 out of 10. It just wasn't special like the first one and it felt like a letdown. Anyway, if you like my review, please leave a like and subscribe, that would greatly be appreciated. And I shall see you next time, and peace.